The heavens are higher states of consciousness, states of being, and are not places. The heavens are eternal, within, Luke 17 and 21. The heavens occupies all space, and is not subjected to physical space or locality, and is that which exists everywhere at the same time. When one is in the physical body, the heavens is experienced only in the inner life, in the spirit, in the mind, as higher states of delights and peace with wisdom and audibleness, accompanied by a bright perception of forsureness, existing in a magnificence of power which is crouched in victory. On the outside life of this same person, the heavens seems to be terrible, with great burdens, with supreme sufferings, and battles of humiliation, which must be counteracted by non-identification of outward appearances in human reasoning, with terrifying assaults from human traitors who are in powerful major positions in the world, from a matrimonial commitment with the devil. 1 John 5:19. In short, the heaven is an outward hell in the physical world. Luke 6 and 21. For the physical world belongs to the devil. Luke 4 and 6. The carnal mind is the hell consciousness that has no form of holiness or true righteousness, in contrast to heavenly righteousness, but only has earthly good and evil. Mark 10:18. Hell exists side by side to heaven. Yet, it has its own centralized center and also exists everywhere at the same time as well. Hell is not suppressed by physical locality. If the devil or any creature that have chosen this state of being were to travel 1 billion miles in the universe, they would still be in hell. For hell is a form of the self, a living actuality, a stato di stare. Hell is not a place, but a state of being. Hell is a newly formed projection from the mind of a creature who has fallen into the leftover of spirit, the condensation, a residue that was formed from the creation of the spiritual worlds, that is likened to a sawdust that was at the beginning of creation. This condensation or residue from creation is the quantum world, that was inert and dominated by light, until mankind released a dragon who thereby took hold of subatomic matter and made his own world of terror. Hell on the physical world feels like a heaven, yet pseudo in nature, with all the delights of men, with great favor, accompanied by a beautiful reputation, many friends, high earthly erudition, and helping hands to no end, with a laughable, happy, emotional state. Luke 6:24, Luke 6 and 25. The person living in the carnal mind is not psychologically even walking on the surface of the earth. However, they are inwardly walking in the subterranean realms in the center of the earth. Numbers 16:31 through 35. Mega dead, while they are living in the flesh. Matthew 23:27. Luke 11:44. In eternity before the manifestation of the carnal mind, Romans 8 and 7, there was nothing but higher levels of consciousness performing a holy contemplation, the learning of Yahweh and all of his glory. These divine states of consciousness came from the Father as the second person of the Elohim, or what is commonly known as the Godhead. Angels are the thoughts of Yahweh, birthed out of his spoken word, out of his second manifestation, the second distinct person in the Godhead, into the heavenly consciousness as creaturely beings. Whereas The Creator made consciousness first and then filled these higher heavenly states of consciousness with powerful thoughts. These thoughts are ministering spirits, Hebrews 1:14, or messengers, Daniel 8:15-16, and Matthew 1:20-21, plus other countless evidence in Scripture alone. Nevertheless, in the heavens, before the creation of man, there was a duration of peace therein. I could not tell how much time, for it was in eternity, but there was a mighty harmony amongst all the angels. Also, do not be alarmed at the strange contradictions and words you will hear that are not in a dictionary. These words will be coinages, made up words to describe what is always accessible in consciousness for anyone to see. Disclaimer: the words that you will hear the angels in this scene speak are not what they said at all. One would have to look past the words to see the intent of the words to receive the narrative. To see the awesome polytechnical, one would have to view this in the heavens, him or herself, for it is impossible to utter here on the earth the exact words. Who is like unto me? For I am glorious. Who can stand in the midst of my power and my beauty? For it is incredible. Listen to the harmonies that comes out of my being. Unlike any other creature ever created by the hands of God. I am so glorious and magnificent. Is it I who must obey? Is it I who must be given a command? A ruler of light, to a creature made out of water and fire, dust. Should I kneel myself, or even humble myself to a creature made out of fire, out of water, dust.
My Lord, Yahweh will see that he does not need to create any other creatures other than us, and give you the dominion over the whole heavens. For your beauty, O my King, is unspeakable, and all should be in wonder of you.
What is that?
My Lord, Yahshua is
Blasphemy do I hear tonight? Is it not Yahweh who gave you your wisdom and your glory and your all the beauty thereof to teach becoming images and likeness of Yahweh, your brother. But yet, we hear the bellows of magniloquence of words resonating.
Bombastic words of the enemy hostile.
There are menacing weapons being forged by your words. You are armed in the land of peace. Behold, all brethren. Yahweh's power is magnificent. And why does it rest in peace and love? This is weak. This power should be dominating in anger and wrath. When he can destroy who he can destroy. And should I being a ruler of light, kneel to a creature that's younger than us? I think not. I would go to the dark world and procure the hidden fire, myself, the ruler of the high and lofty states of conscious. For this is our will, and our lot, and we not rest until we are victorious. I do not know in what manner I saw these things, for in my mind, or better yet, in the understanding thereof, the knowledge of it came upon me as if it is normal and was already understood by me. Nevertheless, I only saw this as a new thing because of the knowledge that it has already happened. Therefore, I know, and I was right. Many angels can be known in this state, with beautiful songs, as many voices that are sung out loud at the same time, which resonates with one angel alone. Just one angel has many voices in his mouth like a chorus of peoples. Then my focus was shifted. I say my focus, however. It is not just my focus, but anyone's focus will draw their attention towards the larger one, whose name was Hillel, but is now called by no name, for he is now, at this very moment, called by the fearful title, Satan, which means nothing more but adversary. Lucifer is Latin for Venus, and was not this creature's name. Do not think size when I say this creature was larger, as in our world. He was not size, but he was a weight of measure. Yahweh put in him the incredibleness. It was not taught to me what his incredibleness was. All I heard and was taught was his purpose, and that he was given the highest honor to convey to the soon-to-come images and likenesses of Yahweh, which is the human mind, the ultimate beauty of Yahweh's concepts. The human mind in its highest state is a lesser or creaturely duplication of the universal mind, who is Yahweh himself. Hillel was to convey great understandings to the human mind of the knowledge of Yahweh. What I'm about to tell you, all the angels, good or evil, knows this. That all angels, which are Yahweh's thoughts, were created for mankind to contemplate, to know, and to have communion with Yahweh. What the majority of people do not understand is that every delightful desire that can ever enter into man's heart is in Yahweh himself. Man here on earth does not know what they desire most, for it is never and has never entered into the heart of any man. 1 Corinthians 2:9. Nevertheless, He is merciful to those who love him and shows a similitude of this within, and therewith I am a witness. If I were to ask most of you, what is the greatest desire of the heart? Most of you will utter things from the mundane world, such as unlimited money, beautiful islands to live on, perfect health, all the cars in the world, glorious mansions, many friends, no wars, no famine, world peace, ultimate, unlimited earthly wisdom, magical powers, freedom to go any place in the world, beautiful terrain, emotional states, and you would even go so far to ask for everlasting life in the flesh. But I tell you the truth, all these things are temporary and cannot exist forever in this broken realm. Notwithstanding, this is exactly what the anti-Messiah is offering all of you right now as we speak. In reality, there are treasures and joys unexplainable that are everlasting, which are made according to and specific to each and every human being in the world. Juxtaposition to this, we all share each other's gifts, as to lack no good thing. Psalms 34:10. These joys and treasures have substance, just like in the physical world, but made of a finer spiritual substance of glory. 1 Corinthians 15:39 through 45. Consequently, most of you ask for these finite things because you do not know the Creator and what He is or why He is. Neither do you seek to find these things out. To find these things, the words of Yahshua would have to be followed to the utmost. You must lose your life to find it in the heavens. Luke 17:33, Luke 9:23, 1 Corinthians 15:31. There is nothing so glorious than what we know that exists. That we surrendered all our earthly pursuits and only desire that which is necessary for Yahweh's will and our departure to what I can only call the world of super supreme burning ever rising light of glories of glories. And he who was once called Hillel, Yahweh installed in him the musical power of maestriness, with rising octaves of understandings, great scales of glory, sacred notes of knowing, and chords of visualized perception in a beautiful manner of colorful songs, connected to a loving dance of brightness to a foreverness, with melodic pronunciations of Yahweh's song to himself. This is all that I was told. What these things are, I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. What kind of man are you? You don't even have any money. Paying child support, and you can't see your kids. Man, if I was you, I'd kill that. Why you asking me for money? Why you asking Yahweh? Why you asking Yahweh?
Man, every time I call you, talking about Yahweh. Just chill out, man. I'm just trying to talk to you, man. Matthew 6:25-34. Nobody can do that, man. Hey, man, I think you misinterpreted that scripture.
It's not even practical. Come on, man, wake up. You gotta be somebody, man. Wake up. You can't go around like this, man. You're a radical. You're a radical. You're a radical. Hey, wait a minute. What is he looking at? What is he looking at? What is he looking at?